We are early and we're live here with another Englewood Camera Shop Talk episode. And we're winging it today because we didn't really have a ton of stuff to talk about. And we're hoping that you guys have some questions. So that'd be cool.
Right. So we're here. We're here to talk camera shop banter. There is like one thing I read today was that Nikon is officially like shipping their D6.
What does that mean?
So, well, they like put it on the back burner.
Oh,
right. Yeah. Not that we don't see a lot of D6s come through the shop or D5s.
Yeah, I don't know that that's a terrible move. Just because it's like it wasn't gonna. Didn't sound like it.
It was supposed to ship in March, and now it's shipping in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really like. If I was a sports photographer or an event photographer, I'm not like chomping at the bit to get one, right? So
to spend $6,500.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta close my door. I'm back.
But yeah, so
what we wanted, now that we have some viewers, the goal of this is to talk shop. And so if you have any questions, you've been just dying to ask someone about photography, post it in the comments below and we'll talk about it. Is there an inexpensive way to stabilize a large lens that doesn't have optical stabilization?
Inexpensive way.
I mean, you could get an inexpensive monopod. Monopod's probably the least expensive way to do that.
Yeah, it depends how mobile you need to be.
Do you have a friend that owes you a huge favor? The cheapest way is to find someone who owes you something, have them stand there and place your lens on their shoulder. Are you getting broken into?
One second.
Uh-oh, where'd you go? Something happening? I think we just witnessed a B&E happen. Mitch almost, what if Mitch okay. What's going on, Mitch? Yeah, is everything okay?
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, that would be terrible. It would mean any publicity is good publicity sometimes in my book, but you getting murdered in the middle of our live stream, not up there on the good publicity.
At least it'd be live. I mean, the dude
it would be live, right? Yeah. We would have we'd have witnesses.
Sometimes we just get some weird noises when the sun's beating down and then everything's getting hot and expanding.
Oh yeah, it starts.
Stuff pops. So.
Exactly. But inexpensive ways to stabilize a large lens. Well, I mean, depending on how large it is, you would want to have a tripod collar on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then go with a monopod. Monopods start anywhere from $25 to $150, $250. So he shot the moon last night with a 500. Oh, go ahead. Here.
Shot the moon last night with a 500 millimeter lens, and it was bouncing all over the place when I was trying to focus it. Well, that's yeah. Unfortunately, that's kind of it. That might even be the case even with a stabilized lens. The moon is actually pretty tiny, so you're going to notice its movement.
You're like, yeah. And if it's was it like a 200 to 500? Was it a 500 prime? Because those are pretty big lenses. So in general, you're kind of always shaking.
Yeah, but good news is since the moon doesn't move fast. It does move, but it doesn't move fast. So you don't really need like a gimbal head to stabilize for that kind of thing. Use just about any tripod.
Yeah, you could put it on a tripod if you really wanted to it to be very still. You then you get into how heavy is the lens and body combo, and then how big is your tripod? Because you wouldn't want to go with if it's a cheap 500 prime, it's probably pretty light. You're probably manual focusing. So I would say maybe a ladder. I mean, technically, you could use a ladder if it was a low, kind of like a step stool, and just rest it on the step stool.
Yeah,
that's something you already probably have in your house. But if you wanted something that you could put it on and mount it on, I would say a tripod with a ball head, and just kind of tighten it.
Or if your camera has a tilt screen and you
Mhm.
have some sort of railing outside where you live, you can kind of just rest your hand on the railing and then use the
Yep.
tilt screen and lower it. And if you have a neck strap too, that'll help because you can rest the camera on the neck strap, put some tension on that.
Yep.
And then you'll have like 4 points of contact there. The biggest
Let me
thing
show you
is
this.
to eliminate your own arms.
Right. Because no matter how hard you try, you're going to move.
Yeah.
It's just going to happen. Let me show you this photo I took of the blood moon like a year and a half ago. I got back from a baseball game, and the moon was just blood red. I'm not a huge fan of moon photos.
I'm just going to be a fan of moon photos now.
Oh, no. Well, it cut out at the wrong time, Mitch. All right. I knew it was going to cut out because my window stopped loading. And I was like, oh, crap. Where is this photo? Was it in the winter? Oh, I think it was. Here it is. This is of that blood moon back in January 2019. Oh, the good times. Let me share this. But I put my 400-2.8. I got back from a hockey game. I had my 400-2.8, and it was so far above me that even my ball head couldn't point it up. And so I literally laid on the floor and then rested my camera against my face, basically. So it was just flat on my face taking photos. It was still moving back and forth.
Yeah, but that takes most of the weight off.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
And then I think I had my roommate come out and actually hold it, so it wouldn't fall back. But yeah, so there are a couple ways. A ladder is very smart. That would be interesting.
Maybe a bungee cord too. If you have a bungee cord and you put it between 2 points and you just rest the lens on that. And yeah.
As long as it doesn't snap.
Right.
Make sure you feel confident with the bungee cord.
Cool. Thanks for the question, Ted.
Thanks, Ted. Thanks. Good question. If anyone else tuning in has some random camera shop photography, doesn't even have to be a photography related question, just any kind of question, let us know. I imagine Glenn will be tuning in soon. Maybe we can ask him what time it is in Australia.
Does anybody else struggle with sunscreen with cameras?
Dude, sunscreen with cameras, it's the
worst.
It's the worst because it gets all over your screen and it smears everywhere. I wear sunscreen at the Rockies during every day game because I'm not a fan of skin cancer, and it just bleeds down your face, and they should make, how they make sport sunscreen and water sunscreen. They should make camera sunscreen. What I didn't, my favorite brand of sunscreen is Neutrogena. Their face stuff is pretty dry, so it dries into your face and it's not as oily.
I see. I'll have to give that a shot because
Neutrogena hit me up for that sponsor.
I've got this big old nose, and it goes straight into the screen. And if I've got sunscreen on my nose, it's just all over the screen. And
here's the thing, Mitch: everyone has a nose, and everyone has a camera, and that camera has a screen. Doesn't matter how big your nose is.
Not if you have a rangefinder.
It's true.
If you've got a rangefinder or a rangefinder style camera and you're right eye dominant.
Yeah, I'm a left eye dominant, so it doesn't matter, dude. I'm just spreading my camera grease everywhere.
And it's a struggle. I'm not looking forward to that. I need one of those big straw bucket hats, and then I won't have to deal.
But no, you still have to wear sunscreen, dude. You'll still get burnt. It's crazy.
With a big straw hat?
Yeah, dude. Plus, you look kind of goofy with the big straw hat. I wore a bucket hat a couple times at Coors, and I felt self-conscious. And
Well, maybe I'm not shooting at a baseball stadium.
Sure, if you're hiking in the mountains, man, put the biggest hat on you can get.
Yeah. I don't think I need sunscreen with a hat.
No, dude, you still need sunscreen. It's going to reflect off the ground. I don't know. I still think when I wear a hat that covers my entire face, I still get burnt. So that's just my opinion. I feel like you should always have sunscreen on if you're out and about.
I'll just never go outside. Stay at home order forever.
My best friend Luke hates wearing sunscreen. He says if you put sunscreen on, you're letting the terrorist win. And he's from Hawaii, though. So every time he goes out, he just gets perfectly like golden tan, like a hoodie shirt. Yeah, you just have to put a hoodie shirt on all the way, and then put the hat on, and you'll be good to go.
And tighten the drawstrings all the way.
Exactly. Like you look like Kenny from South Park. Anyone else have any questions about photography? We'll take the most random question that you've got.
Doesn't even need to be about photography.
It could be about food. Mitch is an expert on food, specifically
culinary
expert burrito.
Yeah,
he loves burritos.
Absolutely. I can change your life with my knowledge about food.
It's about a year to the day that I got you to go get your first burrito.
Yeah, that's right. I bought that burrito.
I said, wow, Mitch, you never had a burrito before. We should go get one. So we went to Qdoba, which is not the greatest burrito in the world. And I forgot my wallet at work. So you bought us both burritos.
I still feel that burrito. Like I still feel it like a rock in my stomach. Like it's still there.
And it's like, this is why I never had a burrito before.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not it's bad. I'm just still not a fan.
Edit this. Ask questions. Ask Mitch. Here we go. This is going to really get the questions flowing. Oh no. Ask Mitch and Kyle questions. Ask Mitch and Kyle questions. There we go. That'll really bring in the questions. I can feel it.
I can feel it
You're tuning into Camera Shop Talk with Englewood Camera.
I think we're too early for Glenn. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, it's true. It must be like 6 a.m. in Australia or something, huh?
Yeah.
So maybe like his morning routine, he's gonna be so upset when he gets here.
That's okay.
We went early.
Glenn, we're sorry we were early. I need to get outside today, so that's why I wanted to do it early.
He's gonna go hiking. Where should Mitch go hiking, everyone? What kind of area are you in, Mitch?
I'm in between Highlands Ranch and Littleton. I'm like right on 470, right where the two of them are divided.
Okay. Should you do Dinosaur Ridge?
I was thinking about just going to Mount Falcon. But the reason I wanted to do it early because I was going to go out there and try and shoot sunset up there. But
sunset's at 8 o'clock. So
I know.
How long is the hike?
Well, I still gotta get there, which take 40 minutes or so, and then I gotta walk around and find a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
And Berrien Mountain is a great secret spot. I will give that a shot. Thank you for the suggestion, Ted.
Thanks, Ted. Mitch, there's a nest of birds over my patio. I don't know what kind of bird they are. I think they're just robins, or it's just a little brown bird. But it's got 4 babies, and they're all getting baby bird fed right now. So
are you going to go out there and get a Nat Geo photo?
Yeah, I actually got one right through my kitchen window.
Nice.
So take that, Nat Geo.
Those are the best when you can get a nice picture right outside your window.
Oh, it's crazy. And it's got a little fog to it because the window is kind of dirty.
Yeah.
It screams like Pulitzer for sure.
Yeah. Well, can't wait to see it on the cover of Nat Geo magazine.
Boom. Englewood Camera Edition.
Is it it's not a nature is metal photo, right? There's no
it's literally just just some birds. Mitchell Creek Canyon Trail in Castle Rock, and it's got your name in it, man.
Yeah, it's got my name in it, so it's hard to argue that one.
I think that's Bryce's sister. Hi, Bryce's sister.
Hello. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah.
I'll check that one out too.
Cover of that.
Oh, good.
Oh, there he is. Glenn, we were worried that what time is it in Australia? That was going to be the question we were going to ask today. Like when it's 4:30 in Denver, what time is it in Australia? Because we want to know if you're like waking up and instantly tuning into the greatest broadcast on Facebook.
Very prestigious.
Prestigious.
Everyone talks about us. 8:25.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever trail is on has a Chick-fil-A on the way back.
Well, that's all of them because I live right next to him.
We're like his morning routine. Do you have your morning coffee and just tune into? Oh man, I haven't had Chick-fil-A in like a week and a half.
We need to be more.
I haven't had Chick-fil-A since they didn't have Chick-fil-A sauce.
I don't know what you're talking about. That must have just been isolated to your one store because
the Chick-fil-A near Sloan's Lake. Do they have Chick-fil-A's? I'm just waking up. Just have the one eye open so far. It's all right. We look better with one eye open. So which one are you going to do, Mitch? You've got Mitchell Creek Canyon Trail in Castle Rock. You've got Berrien Mountain, and then you've got.
Take a look here on your satellite image.
Peak. Yeah. Okay, so he gets his kids, going for homeschool, and then he starts watching us.
Mitchell
you should have your kids watch this show. You should have your kids watch this show. It's educational.
We do have a profound amount of educational content. Mm-hmm. At least we try.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Maybe I'll since sunset's not till late, I could probably get to, and gas costs nothing. I could probably get to Mitchell Creek and one other location too. So
they're too intelligent for our show. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Doesn't take much to point and click a camera, let me tell you.
Yeah,
sometimes it does.
We just push buttons, man.
Oh man, this is getting dark.
Anyways,
what we wanted to do. We came into this thing with we didn't come into this show with a plan today. Camera news, kind of slow right now.
Camera news is slow. There was I saw one thing saying there was a rumor of the a new like D850 style again Nikon Z camera.
Okay.
And if you guys weren't photographers, what career would you do? Thanks, Mom.
Oh man, that's a good one. What would you do, Mitch? I want to hear it. Your mom wants to know.
Fly, and I kind of still want to do that. So
you should.
That's I think that's going to be the case anyway. So.
Nice. You just have to. You have to. My girlfriend wanted to be a pilot. She's a flight attendant right now. And there aren't a lot of female pilots.
There are not.
So, and she's, under the age of 30, so she would still be considered like a pretty young pilot. But
does she know that she should follow the number 5 for the Thunderbirds is a female pilot?
Oh, really? Number 5.
And she has an Instagram.
Let her know. It's like expensive to get your commercial pilot's license.
It really, really, really is.
It's like
that's the biggest roadblock.
Yeah. And so or you can go into the military and then pay. You're basically getting your pilot license, but you're also you're in the military.
Yeah.
So
Pam wouldn't allow that.
Pam's not going to let you join the military to get your license. In past life, I was a hero's protege. Pam, in a past life, I was a morning radio DJ in Las Vegas. And that was a real true passion of mine. And when I moved to Denver, I didn't have a job. So I worked on Senator Udall's campaign. And then I quit. And before I worked on Senator Udall's campaign, I gave Bryce my resume at the camera shop. And then I told him, no, I can't work. I actually have this job in politics. He goes, oh. He goes, I don't know if you're going to like that job in politics. And little did you know, less than a month later, I called the camera shop and said, do you still have that job? And he did. So
That's cool.
that's that. I tried working in radio in Denver, but you have to start in promotions.
Well, now we're kind of blending the two.
Exactly.
It's almost a radio show.
Almost a radio show. But so they pay you really poorly in radio. Did you know that?
Yeah, I never really knew what they got paid. It always just kind of felt like they were in this little bubble.
If you're talent, they'll pay you. But if you're doing promo and stuff, you're getting paid like $8 an hour. Like, man, the sun is just killing me right now, isn't it?
Like, what do you think the hosts on like Cozy 101 get paid or something?
The hosts on I mean, they're probably pushing what, 60, 70K. I don't want to call anyone's paychecks, but I know some sports people in town are getting paid a pretty good chunk.
Oh, for sports radio?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't know though. So, but you have to do like appearances and stuff. You get paid for appearances too.
Yeah.
So if you go to a bar, it's morning radio. It's hard because you have to go to the bar and like at like 8 o'clock, and then you have to be into the studio by like 4:30. You know, for your 5:30, 6 o'clock start. And if you start earlier, some stations start at 5. You have to be in the studio at 3:30. So you're at a bar doing an appearance at like 8 to 9, and then you're in the studio the next morning. In Las Vegas, it was super nice because I could eat whatever I wanted. Because I'd be like, "Hey, I want to go to this restaurant and talk about it the next day." So I could have eaten for free for at least 3 years. It was crazy.
That's a pretty good perk.
Messed up, man.
Berrien is a 2-mile hike, but the Pinnacles has a great view of Mount Evans. Well, I might lean towards that one then. I like the sound of Mitchell Creek, just obviously because it's got my name, but my goal was to get some altitude since I haven't been like up high in the mountains in months. So
yeah,
I got to get back up there.
Just got to get up there where it's going to be windy. It's windy in the mountains right now.
I love when it's windy in the mountains, and especially when the trees are they blow in the wind. It's like the greatest thing.
Hey, I have a riddle for you. If you get crushed by a tree in the mountains because it's windy and it falls on you and no one hears it, did it happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Noted. I'm just joking. It's kind of like a tree falls in the woods. Did anyone hear it? I don't know if that's how it goes. But,
I thought it had to do with a bear.
It had something to do with the bear, but we're not scholars, so maybe tomorrow we should do what's in our bag and just like pull everything we own out.
You will have to do Mitchell Creek Sunday, especially cool after a big rainstorm. A big rainstorm, yeah. That does sound cool. I love that's kind of one of my favorite things about living here now, since living in Illinois, is that you get so many more individual rain cells that you can see from like miles away, which I love that. So yeah, it would be really cool to go there and check that out. I might do it like tomorrow, honestly. I don't know that I'd have time tomorrow. Maybe on Sunday.
I think you'll have a lot of time in the near future to do whatever you want.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh man, we no, not like that. I mean, like, oh yeah. He says we're not. He thought we were scholars, so he's turning this off now. Sorry, Glenn. Yeah, tomorrow maybe we do what's in our bag.
What's in our bag?
We'll just take everything out.
My segment of that will be like 2 minutes long.
I know. Maybe we don't do that.
No, I'm still down to do it. I
Yeah.
kind of want to talk about why I chose certain things that I've chosen.
Right. That'd be cool.
And then we could talk about what other people have in their bags. Or maybe
True.
we should talk about the most unsuspecting thing that turns out you use the most in your bag that you
didn't think you would
wouldn't.
use.
Yeah, you didn't think you'd use a lot, but it turns out to be really useful. And there's a lot of those little items like that they seem kind of pointless, but they end up being like invaluable. So
right. I don't know. Trying to figure out what that would be in my bag.
You got a whole day to think about it.
I do. I have a lot of things I don't use a lot that I purchased that I thought I would use.
Yeah, we should talk about that too. Things we thought were going to be great that just sit there.
Yeah. Like my Sigma 35.
You don't use your Sigma 35? Didn't you just use it for that cover shoot?
No, I used the 50.
Oh, that's right. You used the 51.4.
Glenn,
that's a good lens.
We restored our faith, your faith in us. No, man. And when I did use my Sigma 35, it was like off by like 18 like micro calibration numbers.
Oh, put it on your Sony, and you won't have that problem anymore.
I know. So,
does it focus all right on your Sony? Have you tried it?
It focuses okay. Maybe I need to put it on the little dock and upgrade it.
Yeah, that's an older one. Yeah, I don't even think. I think that one still needs. Did you do the update in the body?
No, I haven't done. I maybe need to update my MC11.
Well, I think I thought the 35 and the 50, those are like the two oldest art lenses. I thought those two were still calibrated in the body.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
I could know.
I could be
We'll
wrong.
have to see. I'll ask Carolyn, our repair expert.
Right.
Carolyn's been in the store like 5.5 years less than I have and knows more about repair stuff than I do. It's crazy. I want your opinion. When you go on a run, I'm just looking out my window now. Say you were going to go on a run. Would you wear your mask on a run?
No.
But I feel like we went on a walk, which I feel like is just like running, except you're not moving as fast, and we have our masks, but we don't have them on because I feel like why would I want my mask on when I could just walk down a sidewalk with no one on it? Then we get these dirty looks from people who are not wearing our mask on our walks.
Yeah, well, at least they're not as bad. I saw a video of a lady that she was being she was being questioned at like a store or something, and she had a hole in her mask.
Oh yeah, and it moved, and she's like, it's hard to breathe when I don't.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, you're really helping.
I saw this photography themed mask. It's getting like promoted all over my Facebook, and it says, "Be careful, I might just snap." And then it's like a picture. It's like a camera, but it looks very cheap and like it would like hurt on my face. So I'm not gonna pay $15 to have a witty mask. But
are we gonna make Englewood camera masks?
We should make. If anyone knows, we'd have to get some patches made somehow.
Maybe let's just take the stickers and shove them on masks.
Can anyone sew stickers onto a mask?
And no, I think there's got to be a place that just prints it, right onto the mask or the material.
For sure. So they're probably 3 months out at this point.
Yeah, and hopefully by then it's not.
I think we're gonna be wearing masks for a while, man. We're supposed to be wearing masks for a while. That's just my prediction.
Anyways, we'll What else?
What were you saying?
I was trying to change the subject because.
Oh, I took my. You don't want to talk about masks anymore. Neither do
No.
I. I keep hearing the squeak. Thought it was me. I don't know what it was. It sounded like a. So.
But anyways,
are there any more questions that we've got, or that could be you could go on your hike now, Mitch, if you want to wrap this thing up.
I guess we'll come back tomorrow with more of a theme. We're going to talk about our most unexpected useful item in our camera bag and the thing we don't use a lot that we thought we would, and everything else that's in our bags, I suppose. And
if you're out on the trails over near Berrien Trail, Berrien.
You might see me there.
Berrien Mountain. You might see Mitch there. You'll know because it's the dude with the pasty white legs.
I'm pretty elusive on the trails.
Yeah, he just blends into the sandstone.
I do. I avoid everyone when I go out on trails or something like that. Like the whole point for me to go into the mountains is to like see nobody. And so I try to not see anyone.
What's the heaviest box you've like carried?
Oh,
at Amazon?
A big like circular saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it's pretty heavy.
And it was like it said team lift on it, and I was like, I'm on my own. So.
I feel like the UPS guys and FedEx guys always have like massive calves.
Yeah, and they get dollies. They're always bringing dollies in. I don't have a dolly. I don't have anything to help me carry it in.
Just pure strength.
It's like the worst. I don't really mind when I get like one heavy package and I have to take it to like one house.
Right.
Because that's like a 20-foot trip out of the vehicle. It's not that bad.
Sure.
But when I have to go into an apartment building and I go to like 6 different floors and I've got like 6 different packages and they're awkwardly sized, I can't just like easily stack them and carry them all. I'll have like
go up and down.
Yeah, and I'll have like a polyurethane bag and then like an envelope type package, and then you'll have like a really heavy box, and then you'll have like, but it'll be small, and then you'll have like a big box that weighs nothing, and you're like, and it's so unbalanced, and it's like really annoying. So I don't know. I won't have to deal with that much longer anymore. I'm not.
There we go.
I'm not going to be there much longer. So
perfect. Well, this has been Camera Shop Talk. Let's turn off the runner so everyone can see. Boom, with Englewood Camera. And we'll be back tomorrow. Make sure you have some questions ready for us, and maybe go through your bag of camera gear and let us know. He says that Les has a dolly. He's not even worried anymore. He says, I don't need a dolly. I'm quitting. But he's quitting the Amazon job.
I'm done with Amazon, man. I'm gonna try my hand in actually taking pictures.
Taking pictures. There
I'm
we
on
go.
here talking about photos all the time. I should maybe actually go do it.
Yeah.
So.
But go through your gear, everyone. Find out what you use the most that you didn't expect you would use out of all your gear, and then find out what you could probably do without. And then maybe when we reopen at the camera shop, you can bring it in and sell it to us.
Well, thank you everybody for joining, and thanks for your kind suggestions. Appreciate it. And questions. We'll
see everyone tomorrow. Hike safe, Mitch.